No plug, just ice and July heat outside. Yet the milk stayed drinkable. Today, the top 10 tools of cold keeping 1915 to 1930 stay for number 1, the refrigerator that ran without electricity. This is life 100 years ago. How did they keep food cold? The 10 essential icebox and preservation objects 1915 to 1930 ranked. We're going object first, from period catalogs, ads, product photos, and USDA bulletins. What people used, why it mattered, and what it became. Let's count down. A small dial hung from a rack inside the icebox to answer the only question that mattered. Is it cold enough? Households aimed for a temperature below 40 degrees Fahrenheit to keep food safe, and a thermometer helped them adjust ice placement or the next day's order, especially in summer. Built-in thermostats later made it optional, but the hang-in-the-fridge thermometer is still sold. Mixed with water and poured over fresh, unwashed eggs in a stoneware crock, water glass, or sodium silicate, sealed the shell's pores so spring eggs could keep for months. It bridged gaps before reliable home refrigeration and year-round egg distribution. As cold storage and supply chains expanded, the method faded, and it is not recommended by today's food safety standards. A thin layer of paraffin poured over cooled jam in flared jelly glasses made a quick, inexpensive seal for the short term. It kept dust and mold out of sweets in an era when metal lids were less common or more costly. Two-piece lids and modern canning guidance later made paraffin sealing obsolete, and today it is discouraged for safety reasons, though the little tumblers live on as classic glassware. Embossed glass bottles of pasteurized milk were left on stoops and moved into the icebox the same morning. A pressed paper cap kept dust and flies out and identified the dairy, helping families manage a short, fragile cold chain. Reusable glass gave way to one-way paper cartons and later plastic jugs. The bottle silhouette and cap graphics are now collectible ephemera. Forged tongues gripped 25 to 100-pound blocks from wagon to kitchen. At home, a wood-handled pick scored and cracked ice for pans, pitchers, and better melt control. These were everyday tools of an ice-powered kitchen, practical and sturdy. Bar tools and souvenir picks are their descendants. Built-in freezers and ice makers ended routine block handling. A reversible cardboard sign with numbers like 25, 50, 75, 100 pounds faced the street so the iceman could read your order without knocking. It kept routes efficient and reduced waste on hot days. Logistics solved with ink and cardboard. Phone orders, then electric refrigerators, made it unnecessary. Today, it's a vivid icon of the ice trade. Standardized glass jars turned summer produce into a winter pantry staple. Early in the period, most homes used a zinc cap with a separate rubber ring. By the late 1920s, two-piece metal lids, a flat sealing lid held on by a screw brand, first patented by Kerr in 1915, were gaining ground. The two-piece lid became the North American standard, and the jar itself became the symbol of home canning. Following 1917 USDA guidance that it was the only safe method for low-acid foods, pressure canners made vegetables and meats safe by reaching temperatures above boiling, 240 degrees Fahrenheit. That sharply reduced botulism risk and widened what a family could preserve, turning canning into a true year-round strategy. Heavy-gauge, gasketed models from brands like National Pressure Cooker Company look familiar today. Home freezers later shared the load, but the pressure canner remains essential. The cold arrived by wagon or truck and was often paid for with a coupon book. A scored block sat in the upper or side compartment, chilling the cabinet by gravity and convection while meltwater drained to a pan that had to be emptied. Families timed orders to weather and market day. Without this, everything in the refrigerator was just waiting to spoil. Electric refrigeration displaced daily ice delivery. Bagged party ice is its modern echo. A lined, insulated cabinet with an ice chamber, food shelves, and a drip pan turned block ice into safe leftovers, firm butter, and drinkable milk. It centralized a household's cold-keeping routine, ordering ice, placing it high, arranging foods by warmth, and minding the drip. Electric refrigerators, visible as expensive novelties in the mid-1920s and adopted widely in the 1930s, kept the cabinet shape but swapped ice for compressors. Icebox lingered in everyday speech for decades. Because the icebox organized daily life around safe cold, it's the appliance everything else served. Block ice ranks second as the literal fuel that made the cabinet work. The pressure canner follows for safety, unlocking low-acid foods and cutting deadly risks at home. Fruit jars supplied the standardized container that built the pantry. The delivery cart and handling tools capture the logistics and labor behind every chilled meal. Milk bottles stand in for the fragile end of the cold chain in every kitchen. Paraffin-sealed jellies and water-glass eggs are era-specific hacks that stretched seasons. And the humble refrigerator thermometer hints at a modern mindset: measure, adjust, and manage risk. That refrigeration a century ago was a system, not a switch. Ice ordered, heat blocked, drips managed, jars sealed, summers banked against winters. It was daily attention, often women's labor, supported by a citywide backbone of ice houses and delivery routes. When electric refrigerators arrived in the late 1920s and spread in the 1930s, they didn't invent the routine, they automated it. If you could borrow one piece for a week, which would you pick? The pressure canner that makes vegetables shelf-stable, the delivery cart that summons cold from the street, or the handsome oak icebox that turns a block into a safe supper? Either way, open your fridge tonight and thank a century of practice. The choreography began with ice, jars, and a thermometer you could hang on a hook.